Welcome everyone, welcome to Tech Tuesday and welcome to the Schwinn that keeps on giving. It's been over a year. We've been working on this bike a year. Where did it come from? All back, that time back then, buddy called me up. He said there's a bike waiting to go to the landfill. It's just sitting there for the dump truck. We had to grab it. I just had to get it because we could do something with it. All these supply chain issues, all these problems with parts, the mandate is this. Use what you can of it, right? Assume we can't get a lot, and we couldn't. And we've been doing some good. Bottom bracket was totally trash. We had to seek out a new bottom bracket. The rear hub was okay. We have now a freewheel on the back that's a 1-speed. We used the old one, but just took off the old sprockets. We are having our brakes hooked up. We put the trekking bars on, and we are going to finish it. Today, we are going to wrap this baby up. We're going to get some tape on those bars. We're going to hook up the brakes. But, excuse me a minute. More on that later. Well, these are some tricky trekking bars. They're all tricky, by the way. So I haven't done very many. This is kind of a challenge for me, kind of new and fun. What we have, these flat bar levers. Right, so they're simple levers. Where should they be positioned? This is part of your taping strategy. Did you know there was a taping strategy? Of course there is. First, your material. This is what we've had. This is an old piece. The customer changed their mind halfway through, didn't want it, so I only got half. That's possible. This is kind of fun here. This is softer, but it's definitely kind of wrinkled. It's usable. You pull it tight, it's going to straighten out. And then we have here, this one's leather. And it looks pretty cool. It looks really nice. Very hard. The leather doesn't like to make a corner very, very well. So I don't think we're going to use 3 of these. I think we're going to use 2. But I have looked ahead a little bit. Let me show you the leather stuff, which is nice. Why I didn't go with it. So here, we positioned it in to get a start here. And I am a believer in directionality. So if I'm behind the bars, again, if I feel like I'm twisting this way when I'm riding, or if I'm rolling forward, it can help to wrap the direction that keeps it tight. So this person's got pretty high. I bet they're actually pretty neutral on their way to class. We do hope this ends up with a student of some sort. So here, I start on the outside and wrap. I'm going to come around, but I want to just show you why I don't like this so much. This is a really awkward bend for this style of tape, and it's going to end up wrinkling if I come back around and I cross over here. That ends up ugly. And with this leather tape, there's no good way to form it. So that's why I'm not going to go with this. We're not going to go with that tape. We're going to try this tape. All right, it does have an adhesion on it, which is where you get all the stickiness, both the bars and the tape. So let's think about direction here. Yeah, I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to start up beyond the plug, pull that snug, come around and pull tight. And that's the advantage of this vinyl stuff. See how that lays nicer? See that? Oh yeah, that's just laying down flat. Not so bad, it's better than the leather. So we will continue. The back side's cleaner. Pulling here, continuing on. You can see the adhesive. Every now and then a little bit of adhesive. Not doing us a lot, is it? remember a race I worked once. This other race mechanic would take a brush and the tubular glue and would paint the handlebars and then rolled plain cotton tape around it. So the adhesive was painted on. Yep, what a pain. As you can see here, that's about as far as we can get, but we're past the curve. I think that's going to be good. I'm going to put a holder. Here's our Park Tool tape holder. I'm going to have to end it here and pick up another style to continue on. We're going to wrap our tape in the same direction. Trying to make it clean as we can. Underneath, we like to end underneath so no one sees it. Here's an idea. We have a little hole here. We're not going to pretend that it's the same type of tape. Let's see, maybe it should be this tape here. Go ahead and leave a purposeful gap. We meant to do that. That's what we're saying here. If we just try and continue, it's, well, yeah, we were kind of cheap, but there's a reason for this. There's a reason for this. Somebody asked us later, we'll come up with it on the fly, but that little hole there. When you're writing fast enough, maybe that's the purpose there. So we're gonna continue. Oh, no, I'm wrong. I'm so wrong. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna end here, tape. Yes, that is exactly what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna start up here and work my way down. Yes. We're riding through traffic. We're on this portion here. It gives us good control. We're out further from town. We're out in the country and going fast. We're relaxed up here. It's cushier. That is some taping nonsense that you can tell your customers that that's why you did it. Having a reason, that's the important thing. We're getting close. That's okay there. Oh, good. And the used tape does have a little wrinkle now and again. All right. There we are, and my scissors. Cut. And our second tape. In the comments, if someone would remind me in the comments, please, get some different colored tapes. That would be fun. This is used tape. And you'll notice the wrinkle that was already there from pre-stretching. Should have flipped that to wrap it underneath. Oh well. We will cover all sins with electrical tape. So there's our little gap in our air hole. Oh, that's beautiful. Get our end plug in here. That's exactly what we wanted. Now we're going to duplicate it on the other side. Good. Now for the last thing. The last thing is the most important thing. When I saw this bike, I knew exactly what I was going to do, why I wanted to do this setup. What it's going to be is this. We have levers here, and I hate having something on a bike that's not doing anything. These levers should do something, and this is what it's going to do. We have a scrap cable. Scrap cable is going to come through here. in its normal routing. That's good. A few more pieces, some scrap housing. So we don't want it dragging as you pull it on metal. We don't want to rub the edge of a cable over something sharp, so we're going to use housing. To make this a better fit, however, we're going to use a reduction end cap. That's fun there. Right in there. There we are. And then it's going to go up in a straight line to the bell. Now, here's the tricky part, which we've already done. So, it's fun to have lots of extra aluminum bits around. This is actually a fitting for the bleed kit. So, nice chunk of aluminum, that's great. With a small hole in it, that's going to fit that cable. But there's no way to crimp it. It has to be held tight. So, with a drill and a tap, we have an M4 thread inside. Very important thing, the M4 thread. And then what's going to act as a set screw, that's going to drive down into the cable and hold our cable. So that's going to go into here. So the set screw, of course, we didn't buy one, we had one. The M4, very common, your derailleur limit screw. So here we go. I hope this works. Through here, through here. Very good. And I hope that stays. Might need to crimp that a little bit. Actually, I think that's a really good idea. I'm going to get the pliers. This is what we're looking for, that straight line, but I want that to stay in there. This is going to create a bend for the cable so it's not catching anything rough. So with the end cap in place, just a little squeezy here. Maybe a little squeezy more. There we are, sticky enough. So now we are ready to take out the slack. There's no indexing adjustment here. There we are. Take the slack out and take our set screw. Let's hold that so I can get a better. There we are, fixturing. That is what I like. Now, the test. That is what my dream was about. Thank you for finishing this off with us, and we hope that it rung your... I had to do that.